Good evening. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome in, coffee. Alright, I think we have finally, finally gotten the kick chat working in the multi-chat thingy. So, it should officially be a part of the chat family. Now, something I haven't worked on yet is actually doing alerts. We'll get to that. One thing at a time. We finally got the the chat working, so that's a good first step. Hello, Captain 88. Welcome in. Good evening. Alright, so the plan for today, we have like 20 minutes, and then we're going to be watching an esports match. I don't know whether or not we are playing any Worlds matches. Let me double check on that. But if we're doing that, then I guess we're doing some of that as well. I don't even know how many matches we played. I know we can do up to 30. Alright. Let these guys know that I'm ready. But yeah, so we'll do some Legends attacks for now. If we happen to play any of those matches, we'll play some of those matches, and then in 20 minutes, we're watching an esports match between Dizzy and Golden X. Do I rate bases? Yeah, we can rate a base. Go ahead and throw your player tag in. We'll take a look. We got some time. But we gotta focus on the esports match. And then after the esports match, we're probably going to go ahead and jump into our sponsored segment and get that done. And it is going to be a little bit of a shorter stream than I wanted to do today initially. Obviously, I'm later than I said I was going to be. But we're here. Oh, man. It's tricky. You get into doing stuff throughout the day and working on different things, and then before you know it, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My goodness, time is just flying by. Alright, let's take a look at your base here. Let's see. Oops, I'm supposed to put a hashtag in. It's already there. Oh, there's Coffee's base. Welcome back, Coffee. By the way, the chocolate banana latte sounds amazing. I've had something similar. So there's a coffee shop. It's not really near my house, but it's in the nearest town. But they have something they call a funky monkey. So it's banana flavored with chocolate and caramel, and it is insanely good. All right, we'll take a look at Captain 88's base first, and then we'll take a look at Coffee's base. Be on a 2-war streak tomorrow, and you start another one. Very nice. LU0. I gotta focus. LGL0. There we go. There he is. Odisha Warriors. That sounds familiar. I'm pretty sure I've heard of that clan. Or at least I've seen clans with that name before. Take a look. You're one of them Town Hall 16s in Legends League. You're pretty high in Legends. 5,700 trophies is pretty good. You got that football scenery. Very nice. I like it. Base design looking good. It looks really clean too with the markings in the grass for the football stadium. Very nice. Wonder if this is by any chance. This might be the clan that I've heard of before. Odisha Warriors. So I'm pretty sure I've seen these guys around the competitive community back in the day. I don't know if they're still in it now, but I know for sure back when I was in competitive play. Alright, very nice base. Thank you for sharing, Captain. Bit texture lag, but it's worth it. I will take a look at your base now as well, and then we'll get into some Legends attacks. I got about 10 minutes before I need to get into the clan for the match. Your clan truly is yours. You're super relaxed and active. Nice. Take a look here. Oh, that was the same one. Never mind. Oops. I thought it seemed familiar when I was typing it. Let's try that again. UVJ. 0809. There we go. There we go. Warwick. That's your class name. Completely maxed out Town Hall 17. Very nice. And this is your clan. Said you guys are close to level 10, which is very good. I like the base too. Yeah, Warwick on there. Got some extra walls. You gotta do some of them fancy scribbles with it. Looks like you're pretty much maxed. Just working on some supercharges, yeah? Let's take a look at your clan. $107 stars on your 40v40. That's pretty good. Alright. Well, hopefully you guys get your 2 wars in a row tomorrow. Or you said you are already, right? Already got the win locked in. Very nice. You got a lot of people in here too? Or at least a decent amount. Looking good. I do think it's a lot of fun building up these clans too. You are winning today too? Gotcha. Well, hopefully you guys can go for that 3rd win in a row. Best of luck. Alright, let's jump into some legends. I did not do my legends attacks on this account yesterday, so we do need to do a little bit of that. Plus, I am slacking on the new event. I haven't even gotten the new equipment unlocked yet, so we definitely need to do these hits. Let's just stick with some dragons. It's going to be really interesting. I think tomorrow the update drops. And I think the idea of a seasonal defense is very cool. I've seen a lot of people who aren't liking that idea so much. Also, we got a Town Hall 15. I've seen people who are upset about that idea, but I actually think it's a really good idea. I'm a big fan of that. Oh boy, come on, Fox. Sheesh. That Fox is trying to get murked by the balloons. But yeah, having a seasonal defense, even though the levels reset and your progress essentially is lost. Not that it matters for maxed out players. If you've been a maxed out player, you don't really care about that sort of thing. I think the people who are mostly upset are the people who are never maxed out. But having rotating defenses like every 3 months is going to keep things kind of fresh. At least in my opinion. We'll see how it actually plays out. But I am optimistic. I think it's a great idea. Okay, so that's that. Let's go that dragon here. Can we get through that warden? Come on, dragon. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Yes, you got it. Very nice. Sweepers. And we bully the Town Hall 15. Knock that down. Freeze. I'm gonna go ahead and use it here. Dragons are taking their sweet time getting to that town hall. That should be fine though. Here we go. You're impatient and have done yours already. Tired of the wait for the walls to release? Yes, finally we get the rest of the walls to upgrade. Feels like it's been forever. You have 2 books of building and 2 hammer of building. Very cool. Yeah, I've got to figure out what I want to... I might get some packs in the morning. It really depends on what is in the packs. I'd like to have a bunch of building potions, especially since I have buildings in progress at the moment. Am I actually going to fail this? Hold on. Can't be doing that. Against the Town Hall 15. That flame blinger in there. I don't even know. That flame blinger is probably not the best choice. It's going to take forever just getting into the base. Alright, we got it. It's fine. I didn't even need the flame blinger. That got way too close for a double dip, though. Hitting down 2 town halls. That shouldn't have been that close. Skill issue. Alright. Let me also make sure that this is fixed. This seems to change every time I open this chat. So let me change it back. Because it likes to hide my messages. Yeah, it changed it back again. It hides my messages very quickly. We're going to make it super long. There we go. So my messages don't disappear as fast. Same thing for the overlay. Where's the chat? There it is. Boom. There we go. Chat should hover now. Also, we're going to be watching a GCC match. I need to... We'll do one more attack, and then I need to join that clan. I should be bringing a battle drill for this, just in case I need some cleanup on the back end. Guten Tag. Wie geht's? I guess it should be Guten Abend, right? Because I'm late. Yeah, that RC just ran right out of that invis. That's cool. Go, get through the monolith. Let her continue down and grab the expo and air defense as well. Well, maybe not. I don't really speak German. I know a little bit of German because I took it in college, but I don't remember much of it. I only know like a few tiddlywinks of German at this point. I forget most of what I learned. Whoop, I missed that sweeper. I should dig up my old workbooks and get back to studying German. One language at a time, though. But maybe we revisit German at some point. It could be fun. There's that. We'll get another rage going in here. That should do it. There we go. Nachmittag? I'm not familiar with that word. Is that not much? Oh, afternoon. Okay. See? I don't know. I know a tiny bit. It's a fun brain teaser. The things I remember the most was Ich weiß nicht and Ich habe keine Hausaufgaben. Those two things I said probably the most while I was taking German class. Because I'd go to respond in English and he'd be like, auf Deutsch, auf Deutsch. And I'd be like, well, ich weiß nicht. You had 4 years in high school? Jeez. I wish my school had more, like, language-focused learning. So it would have been nice to actually take some language classes in high school that were serious. I took Spanish for, I think, just 1 year in high school, but it was, like, so unserious, they didn't even care that you learned anything. Let's get into the clan now so we can get set up for our match. I wish it was a more prevalent thing here in America, in general. Because it's nice to try to learn a language and try to speak with people. And I haven't really been able to do that except on like a very, very, very basic level. Oh, and you took 2 years in college. Nice. So I was set up to take my second semester of German, and this is the reason why I dropped out of German in college. So I did the first semester with a British professor who was, I think, an amazing teacher, and we were doing a great job actually learning stuff. And then I was getting into German 2, which was going to be with an entirely different professor at a different area of campus. And I got into that German 2 class, and her class was so far ahead of where our German 1 class left off that I was extremely confused. Like, she wasn't even using any English whatsoever, just straight speaking German and trying to explain things while I was confused in German. There's like, I think I'm gonna drop German. Because we were not at that point and at the end of that German 1 course with the other professor. Like, he was doing kind of like half German, half English, and explaining things as he went. You're on a 961-day streak on Duolingo of Spanish. Nice. Took half a year of Spanish, and a year and a half of French, and 9 months of Latin. Very cool. Yeah, I am currently trying to learn Japanese, which is very tricky, to say the least. Let me grab these clan tags before I get too carried away yapping. But at the moment, I'm not really focused on learning how to speak. I'm currently learning some of the alphabet. So I'm right now kind of focused on trying to learn a little bit of the reading and writing. I know a little bit of the speaking in Japanese, but very, very little. I'd say I probably know less Japanese than I do of German at the moment. But I do have a tutor for Japanese. We've met a couple of times. She's on vacation now, though, so my tutor sessions will pick back up in July. So here in a couple of weeks. And hopefully I can learn a good bit of Japanese by the end of the year. That's the plan. Alright, let's get into a clan. 5. L88. There we go. Mr. Fluffy doing his friendly challenges, getting ready. Alright, the clan join request has been sent. We'll give him a few minutes and see if I need to send a join request to the other team. Actually, I have a workbook somewhere around here that I need to be working in to continue learning these letters. So Japanese basically has like 3 alphabets. They got hiragana and katakana, which are kind of their like basic alphabet, and then they have kanji, which is essentially Chinese characters adopted by the Japanese language. So that's fun. Alright, waiting to get accepted. Okay, no, we got in. Perfect. Tell these guys thanks and good luck. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. That's fine. Also, it seems like my chat's not popping up on the overlay now. I broke it. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'll figure that out. Alright, now we wait for this match to kick off. We'll do some more Legends in the meantime. Oop, okay. Well, first let me fix this chat. Because I don't know why it's not popping up on the overlay now. I messed something up. That's for the dock. Oh, let's see what I did. What did I do? What have I done? It should be the same link, but I mean, obviously it's not. It says dock and overlay. So let's just copy the link again and see what happens. Oh, I see the problem. I'm just stupid. The chat box was under the overlay. I don't know how that happened, but that would explain why it wasn't showing up. So there we go. Yeah, let's do some predictions. So this is going to be Dizzy versus a Golden X. Let's make it like this. Do Dizzy with 13 plus. Dizzy 12 or less. Or Golden X with the upset. So we got a 3-option prediction there. There we go. Predictions are live over on Twitch. Can we do predictions on Kick? Also, we just got subs activated on Kick. So now people watching on Kick can subscribe to the channel if they want to. I still need to add emotes. I think I added a couple of emotes, but I need to add some more. We need more emotes in general. But yes, the Kick subs are activated. I don't know if we have ads on Kick. I need to double check that. So I don't want to tell people that you can go to Kick for an adless experience if that's not going to be the case. But we'll worry about that later. I am not seeing where I can do predictions at the moment. We'll worry about that later as well then. Oh, hello people on YouTube. Why is the YouTube chat not coming in? I apologize for that. Hello Shiraj, and I can't read your name. Going with all the scribbles and the @ symbol. I'll just call you @ because that's what your name starts with. I apologize. YouTube for some reason is not showing up on the chat. Let me try to fix that now too. I need to select the live source, I think is the problem. There we go. Now it should go in. Carlos? Alright, Carlos, I got you. Alright, now we got it. It's fixed. The YouTube is showing up on the overlays. Now I can see the chat. I need to make sure that that's going to be not a problem again. So Golden X is a clan that I actually used to be a part of. They've been around for a while. And they actually played on stage in Poland a long time ago. I think that was for North America Mobile Open, if I'm not mistaken. And then they utilized that to steal a bunch of my teammates away, which was cool. Oh yeah, they were in San Diego as well. But yeah, this is one of my old clans. I wasn't there for super long. I actually don't remember most of these, or I don't recognize most of these names. Some of them I do. So they definitely still have some people here who have been around for a while. T-King, he joined Golden X. He was in a different clan that we've worked with before. Is Eric still the leader over here? No, it looks like Eric might have retired. Not One Hive Eric, a different Eric was the leader of Golden X. Looks like Ronnie is the leader now. Ronnie was a co-leader back when I was there. Oh yeah. Right. Right now we have one prediction for Dizzy getting 13 plus. Alright, let's do some attacks. Also, we'll take a look at the lineup. So for Dizzy, we've got Hawk, Darkstar, Fluxy, Mask, and Synthé, typical Dizzy lineup. And then over here for Golden X, we've got Zeus, Sam, Omexu, Loki, and Ronnie. And I actually recognize every single person on this roster. So I'm familiar with all... Well, I'm not familiar, but I know all these guys. I've seen them around. I know Izus has been really good in the past. He used to be one of the best players for Golden X. I don't know if he still is. That was a while ago. Yeah, should be a good matchup here. And while we wait for the attacks to start, we'll do another 1 or 2 Legends attacks. Here we go. Another Town Hall 15, my goodness. Making me bully. Let's get this eagle out of here. Okay. Eagle artillery out of the way. And we'll just kind of let it roll from here. Oh, come on, Fox. Don't die. Why are you fighting the king? Oh. So dumb. Poor little Fox. No brain cells. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go fight this barbarian king. That'll be great. Now the RC wants to fight the prince. Can we just focus on taking down buildings? There we go. Yoink. It's fine. Everything's fine. We got one sweeper. Probably not the most ideal one, but... Oh, I didn't need to drop the CC. Forgot it's a Town Hall 15. It's just a habit. Oh well. We're just full sending it. It's not a big deal. Here we go. GG. Another dip, another day. I guess it'd be another day, another dip. Let's see how close I am to actually getting this. I haven't even collected any of this stuff. We'll leave the clan castle cakes. Look at that, me remembering to not take the cakes. Also not collect those ores. Alright, we still have a bit to go. We have 2,300 medals. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Imagine using an ice block instead of a recall, so the RC can tank all the shots while the rest of the army catches up. Yeah, I think that new spell is going to be good. I'm excited for that. I'm going to try to max it out on day one if I can. Depends on what packs we get in the shop. Is there anything I can upgrade here? Use some of this blue ore? Probably not. I do want to make sure that I can max, or not max out, but upgrade the new equipment. Where we at on this war? We got time for one more hit before we gotta hang out. So let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised with the update. I think the only thing that would have made the update a little bit better is if they gave witches a new level. I do think giving witches a new level would have been good. But everything else I think looks pretty good. We're getting balloon level, lava hound level. I'm excited for that. Druid level, which is good. The new defense, the new spell, new pet levels. Speaking of the pet levels, the Frosty is going to be really good. Getting that third Frostmite. I wonder if we could clone the Frostmites and do some good things with that. I wonder if anybody's tried that. Seems like a good idea. I have to try it. Imagine that becomes something in the meta. Cloning Frostmites. That'd be kind of crazy. Fox is dead. Oh god. Oh god, don't die. She's right on the edge with that ability. She's literally on 1 HP. Boom. That was a little close. Here we go. Rage of those dragons in. It'll be really interesting to see what the competitive players do with that new spell, too. We're going to have to get back into a bunch of esports once that update drops. Just to see how things are shaking up. If things are shaking up. That. Here we go. That'll be another triple on the board. Hey, Tim, welcome in. The pros will think of something broken with the new spell and get it nerfed in a couple of months. Maybe. Now, the only reason I'm not really worried about nerfs is because, I mean, let's be honest. Supercell hasn't really been known for balancing the game here lately, so usually that's a downside, but if the spell ends up being OP, I think it could be a good thing. Maybe they'll just let it be OP for a while, but we'll see. I think we're just gonna wait now. Yeah, we got like 3 minutes. That'll be pushing it. That'll be pushing it. Oh yeah, let me change my stream title and grab the GCC logo. Oops, I forgot to do that. Do. They don't have logo handy. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not putting a logo on. Okay, well, that's not my fault. Let's change stream title. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. GCC. There we go. It is updated. Beautiful. I am only updating Twitch. Actually, we'll update Kick as well, because it's easy. There we go. That's updated as well. Guess while we're at it, I guess we'll do YouTube. It's the only downside of being on all these platforms. Yep. Alright. That is done. Hey, Mr. Fussy Boots. Am I live for long? We probably will be a little bit shorter stream today. We did a little bit of Legends earlier. We're going to watch this match, and then I got to do my sponsored segment. And then we'll probably go offline after that. But this next week, I'm not scheduled for as much work, so we should be able to do more streams throughout the week as well to try to make up for it. You've cloned Frostmites by accident. They all jump on one defense and slow it down extra hard. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. They don't really do damage, do they? So that's probably not a good strategy. Plane almost put up a perfect war today. Nice. Alright, this war will be starting here shortly. Got about 12 seconds, then they can go in whenever they are ready. I'm actually planning to go live tomorrow, like super early before I go to work, so that we can mess around with some of the update stuff. I'm also planning on doing that. But here we go, Fluxy in with the first attack of the match, bringing in the Root Riders, the Royal Champion from the left side of the base. Invis down as she makes her way in towards the Gear Tower. Okay. Makes the Gear Tower invisible. She's going to move over towards the Multi-Inferno Tower, Multi-Archer Tower. The boots should finish off the Gear Tower there, which I think it already did. A little bit behind on that. Oh, wait, no, it's still there. Never mind. I'm blind. I have a hard time seeing things with my eyeballs. But he's going to go with a recall, pull her out of there, got a nice chunk of the base out of the way. Nice little funnel established. We got some Skellies moving over to the Super Barb. And then here we go for the Root Riders. Warden is in, the healers are in. Got an Ice Golem on the top side of the base, King and Queen to help set this funnel. Ice Golem hit a Spring Trap, freezing right away. We got that Troop Launcher in with the Barrels of Monkeys, Overgrowth in the core of the base. So far, so good. Roots continuing their way through, the poison slowing them down just a bit. Got a bunch of troops out of the defensive clan castle, a couple of Ice Golems, probably a furnace there as well. Town Hall shots coming in. Yeah, you gotta pair something else up with those furnaces if you don't want them to get poisoned. Overgrowth wears off, Monolith gonna start getting some damage in, same for the Fire Spitter. But we still have a lot of troops left alive. He's gonna go with another Overgrowth. Cover up those same defenses so they're not getting damage in again, pushing everything to the Town Hall. And the Town Hall will go down. Everything moving into the right side of the base. Let's see. Fences going down. We see the Rocket Spear from the Royal Champion moving through. Gigabomb going off. Got the Ice Golem on the outside of the base. It's actually going to freeze up that Ricochet Cannon on the inside. He still has a lot of troops moving through. It's not looking too bad. The Queen on the top side of the base, she'll continue doing some cleanup. We got a Skelly spell in the core to distract the Monolith. That Fire Spitter taking out these Skellies pretty quickly, though. Alright, I think that Monolith is going to end up being a big problem. Not to mention everything's wrapping around to where it's going to be in range of the Fire Spitter yet again. Got some Super Barbs being snuck in, trying to knock down that Monolith. That Fire Spitter getting shots in. They're not able to get it taken care of, but the troops come in. Fire Spitter's going to go down. Monolith trying to pop off, but it's about to get overwhelmed. So have that scatter shot on the bottom side with the Expo, but the Queen's moving in. Got a Headhunter for the enemy Prince as well. And this is looking like it is going to be a triple for Dizzy to start off the match. Nicely done here to Fluxy. Got the Giant Bomb going off. The last storage is going down, and there we have it. Oh, wait, what did he miss? Okay, there it is. I saw 98%. I wasn't sure what the extra building was, but they were already on it. And a triple for Dizzy. Pressure on nice and early for Golden X. Since you've joined your clan, you've always had perfect. We've done a lot of perfect as well. Although we just lost a war because we didn't perfect. Your clan does well when you keep wars small. Yeah, it all depends on the clan. First triple by Fluxy you've seen in hard mode, GG. We need some luck. Who, Crimson? Yeah, we need some recruiting. I need to get back on to doing recruiting posting, especially since we're halfway through the month now. Gotta try to get people in for CWL while we can get them into wars. Yeah, I'm hoping that they drop the update super early tomorrow so that I can stream for a couple hours before work. Play with the new spell and new all the new stuff. Here we go. Royal Champion in, Zeus with a Root Rider attack as well. Using a little bit of funneling on the top left side with a Yeti and a Rocket Balloon, trying to get some of these defenses out of the way to make sure the Royal Champion goes into the base after the Fire Spitter scatter combo. So far, so good. There's the next Invis. Okay. He's just doing a short little charge here. There's the last Invis. He has a recall after that. He is not going to be able to get this, what's it called, Fire Spitter. Or wait, is he? Okay, I'm surprised. I didn't think she'd have enough time without another Invis to get that down, but she got it. Got that whole left chunk taken down. Okay. Barbarian King, Queen on the top right side of the base. The Root Riders right down the middle, and here we go. Let's see if he can get it done and match that first triple from Dizzy. It's got the overgrowth in the core. Gonna cover up the town hall for just a little bit here. Make sure those town hall shots are not coming in as the troops make their way in. We do have the troop launcher yet again. It is a popular one with the Root Rider attacks. Warden's ability going off. Got the monolith popping off as well. The multi-archer tower doing a lot of damage over here. We got the furnace out of the defensive CC that did not get hit with the poison. So it's going to get an opportunity to do a little bit of damage here as the troops make their way through. Overgrowth on the very back side of the base. The troops taking down the town hall, taking down that furnace on defense. Alright, town hall secured. Got lots of snakes, king, yeti, queen on that right side, working its way around. The overgrowth should wear off here shortly. That'll get the root riders back into the core of the base. And maybe. I'm worried they're going to work too far to the outside here. Through the builder hut, through the ricochet cannon. There we go. Now the overgrowth wears off. The troops are right on top of these buildings here. Let's see. Still has the queen's ability. Yeti gets flung. Yeti mites come in to help take down the scatter shot. He's got a couple of root riders still left to use, or still left moving through, not left to use. This one's going to be close, but I think he might have it. 53 seconds left on the clock. I don't think time's going to be an issue. Queen still has ability, like I mentioned, and the king's still walking the outside of the base. That ricochet cannon's distracted. I want to go ahead and pop that queen's ability here after that cannon goes down, so the queen will work through the wall quickly. But look at all the snakes that are still left alive. This is looking good. And it looks like Golden X are going to be able to match that first to triple from Dizzy. Pop the queen's ability, trying to work her way through the wall quickly here. There we go. She gets through. Get through the multi-inferno tower. Then it's just down to the last of 2 Teslas. And they are tanked by the king and the Yeti there. And there we go. 3 stars back to back. Each team showing up strong. Nicely done. Back over to Dizzy. You'll possibly set your alarm for 5:30 instead of 6:30 tomorrow. Set the 4:50 alarm clock. There you go. Are you in Eastern time? Because I might do something similar. My alarm clock usually goes off at 6 every morning. I might set it back for 5. I don't know how early the update would potentially drop. Because it's a bit inconsistent. Since it's a small update, I feel like they might do it pretty early. Yeah, Eastern. Nice. So if I set my alarm for like 5, or maybe even earlier if I want to get crazy with it. But I can get up, I can stream for a couple of hours if the update is live. But we'll see. I'll figure it out. Dark Star with the next attack from Dizzy. Let's see if he can keep the triple train rolling. We got Invis across the right side of the base. Fireball is in, hits the fire spitter and the Inferno Tower. Takes both of those out of the picture right away. Got a couple of balloons coming in. The healer's keeping the Warden alive as he makes his push into this corner. Drops an Invis, I guess. I'm not really sure why. I don't feel like that Warden was taking too much damage. Now he's taking a lot of damage. Now that that multi-archer tower is not tanked by anything but the Warden. Now we got the Ice Golem coming in, the Root Riders coming in. Man, that was getting a bit spicy there for that Warden walk. But here we go, full sending it. The Ice Golem freezing things up. The Root Riders making their way in. The Queen on the bottom side of the base. The King at the bottom corner. Couple of Super Barbs to help out. We do have that Tesla farm there. Tornado Trap spinning things around. Is going to potentially push all these troops to the outside instead of moving through the middle. I think the pathing should be fine, though. They're still going to make their way into that monolith. I think it's where they were going to go anyway. So not a big deal. It looks like he dropped in a heal spell, so extra healing here as everything makes its way in. It's going to negate that poison, maybe negate some of these shots from the Town Hall. He is going to overgrowth on the Town Hall. Troop launcher still throwing in the barrels of monkeys. Everything's looking decent so far. Got the Skelly spell on the top side of the base, going to distract for a little bit. Overgrowth should be wearing off here before too long. We got the furnace on defense. Fire mites making their way through. Doing a little bit of splash damage on these troops as they make their way in. So we have one Yeti moving into the Town Hall. The Royal Champion also working on the Town Hall to get that taken care of. He still has King and Queen ability and a freeze in the bag. Troops making their way through the top side of the base. It's looking good here for Darkstar. I had to double check to make sure this was hard mode. These players are making this look so easy. Gets through the scatter shot, and there's just not a whole lot left of this base. He does have the ricochet cannon on the back end. But with the King's ability and the Queen's ability, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be yet another triple in this matchup. There's that Queen's ability. Still has the King's ability in the bag. Actually, what does he have on the King? I never did check. He's got the spiky ball there, and there we go. Spiky ball bouncing through, damaging some of these buildings, taking a few of them out. Queen's clones moving in for the Inferno Tower to get that taken care of. And it's just a matter of time now, as it's just going to be cleanup. Nicely done to Dark Star. And that's the third triple in a row in this war. Can Golden X make it 4? We'll see. The new defenses are crazy. Which is your favorite? I really like the grappling hook. And I really like the fire spinner. I think that crusher thing is neat, but I'm also worried if you run the crusher that people are just gonna hit you with dragons. So I'm not a big fan of the crusher only hitting ground troops, although if Root Riders, you know, continue to be as prevalent as they are, then maybe the crusher is going to be a good way to go. I think they're all good ideas, though. I like it. I think I'm probably going to start with the fire spinner, whatever it's called. Of course, I'll be upgrading all 3 at the same time. And then we'll just kind of see how the meta shifts with the as far as defense goes. See which of those 3 defenses comes out on top. I think they're all good enough that they'll all have a place in the meta. They said it's seasonal, yes, and I'm a big fan of that too. I think them changing that defense every 3 months and having it reset is going to be good for the game. It's going to keep things fresh. Hopefully they can like make the defenses to where they target the most meta troops and maybe push players to use something different. Which kind of looks like what they're doing right now, because there's definitely an anti-Root Rider aspect to that. And I think the Fire Spinner is just kind of anti-whatever. But yeah, I like the idea. I think it's going to help keep the game fresh. But we'll see. Alright, here we go. Next attack is in. We got Omax with the next hit from Golden X. Can he keep the triple train rolling? Can he keep Golden X right there with Dizzy? Actually, did he just use zaps to zap out the core? We haven't seen a zap in such a long time. That is very off meta, but he zaps out whatever was in the core of the base. I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't ready for lightning spells. Alright. We'll see how well it works out. He does lose the Fox here to the Giga Bomb. He had a couple of giant bombs in the mix as well. He's just going to have to back-to-back invis for the RC. Taking down the Poison Tower, drops in another invis, trying to get that scatter. Down it goes. There's the recall. That RC was starting to take a beating in that core. Alright, we have some pathing established. We've got the Furnace out of the defensive clan castle. We do not have a Poison, because he just didn't have enough spells to bring up Poison. Between the Zaps and the RC charge, he doesn't have any more spells for this attack. Going to be counting on that boost from the Warden's Rage. Here we go. Got the King and the Siege Barracks on that right side of the base. Root Riders with the Queen and the Warden moving down the middle. The Royal Champion in the mix again as well. But she might have needed to be delayed a bit because she is going down quickly. She pops her ability here. She's only got a little bit of health, but the Rocket Spear keeping her out of damage for now. Hopefully the healers or something can get in here and keep her alive, get her healed back up. Losing that RC early is not going to be ideal. Got a lot of troops still pushing their way through. We got troops on the right side. Looks like super minions out of the Siege Barracks. Pops a late Warden's ability. The Eternal Tome keeping everything protected. Giving the healers an opportunity to heal things up. The RC getting some healing as well. Much needed healing, by the way. What Queen's ability do we have? We've got the Mirror and the Action Figure. So no healer puppet here. We've only got the healers that are there. That RC is actually all the way back up to full health, which is good in the RC getting healed up, but it's also bad because the RC is keeping the healers off of the Root Riders. We do still have a couple of Root Riders left alive, though. They might have been close enough to the RC to get some of that splash healing. It's actually not looking terrible, especially with the Queen's ability still being in the bag. Gets through the Expo. We need to keep these Roots alive so that the Queen does not have to beat on walls. Needs to go ahead and pop that Queen's ability here soon as well. And there we go. Pops the Queen's ability. It's going to give him that extra push through the base. It's just going to be a race against the clock at this point. Not really a whole lot left that can stop him. Queen's still working through these defenses, but now she's going to have to beat through walls. 22 seconds left to go. The King and the P.E.K.K.A.s on the outside of the base taking down all of these buildings. King goes down to Phoenix, working his way through the Builder Hut. Got to get through that very tanky Hero Hall. Queen's still beating walls. She actually picked a terrible wall. She's not going to be able to reach that storage, and this is going to be a fail. Looks like it might even be just a time fail here. Does he get the Inferno Tower? Oh man, it's actually so hard to say. The Inferno and the Queen are both on 1 HP, and if that Queen goes down, then that's GG. Actually, the Phoenix might have been able to finish that one up. We'll say that's a time fail. Good try, though, to Omax. Omax you. I don't even know how that would actually be said. Well, there we go. We got a little bit of a lead here for Dizzy. Changing defenses means replacing. So 3 new defenses in 3 months? Yes. They said they will completely change the defenses that are on that building in 3 months. And they'll do that every 3 months. Here we go. We got Synthé with the next attack. Synthé coming in. First dragon attack of the match. So far, Dizzy are perfect in this matchup. See if Synthé keeps him that way. What did he put down here on the bottom side? Was that the... Oh, the Queen. Okay, so the Queen went down to Phoenix already. She didn't get a whole lot of value there, but she did help set up some pathing for the Royal Champion charge. Got a couple of balloons there moving into the Wizard Tower to try to finish that off. Down it goes. Perfect. And you can see using the Queen and that one balloon to set up the pathing gives the RC direct pathing to the Town Hall. And he's got 3 more invis to work with. He's already popped her ability to use the Haste Vial. Make her go a little bit quicker, getting through the Fire Spitter. I don't think she's going to go to the Town Hall, though. She's probably going to double back into the core and go for that multi-Inferno Tower. There's the Tornado. It's going to hold the Royal Champion in place for just a little bit. If he can get her to get the Gear Tower down, that would be very helpful, but he's already out of invis, so never mind. Alright, you got a chunk of the base out of the way. Inferno Dragons on the bottom side to help set up a funnel, and there we go, the Dragons from the left. Get that Blimp coming in over the top, pops the Warden's ability. It's going to keep everything protected moving in. Okay. Dragons are in. We got a Rage over the Town Hall. We've only got 1 more spell left to use. It's going to be 1 Skelly spell to help support these Dragons on their way through. See if that's going to be enough. He could probably use that Skelly spell to distract that Monolith on the top side of the base. We got a Prince versus Prince at the top side. Pops the Prince ability. It's going to slow down the defenses, give him that bubble of protection. And he's got the Angry Jelly, so the Prince goes straight for the defenses. Do have the, did he drop the Skelly spell? I didn't even see where it went in, but I seen the Ice Golems moving away. Okay. Well, he didn't use it for the Monolith, and the Monolith takes out the Prince. But we still have a bunch of Dragons moving through. The Warden actually has gotten taken down. Not sure how that happened. He must have found a Seeking Air Mine. But it comes down to the Monolith. That is what is going to decide whether or not this is going to be a defense. But it's looking good for the Monolith here. It is absolutely popping off and picking off these Dragons. Luckily for the Dragons, they had that Boo there to protect them. Down goes 1 more Dragon. Can this last Dragon get it? No, it's low. The Dragon dies, and this is going to be a defense now for Golden X. Nice try to Synthé. Got that 1 Ice Golem there. It was distracting the Inferno Dragon for a bit. Very nice try. Percentage here is going to be close to the last attack. Should be able to get, well, the Monolith is going to be able to reach. There's the baby dragon. There goes the rest of the cleanup. 95%. What was the other one? The other 2-star. 96. If, oh my goodness. If Golden X can triple their next attack, they'll have the lead by 1 building. That's crazy. You have something to spend a loot on, yeah. True, but you're not even maxed yet. You have 3 new defenses to upgrade to max. Jeez. You'll get there. We're going to try the Frozen Arrow and Giant Puppet for the Queen tomorrow. Try Root Rider again. Not a bad idea. Free-to-play players will be at a disadvantage for pushing your CWL if the temporary defenses are too strong. I think free-to-play players are always going to be kind of at a disadvantage, just because it's going to be so difficult to keep up anyway. Here we go. Sam with the next attack for Golden X. He's bringing in the Super Witches. It's nice seeing attempts with the Super Witches, but I think their hit rate in hard mode is quite low. But we'll see if he can make it work here. That Warden Walk at the bottom side of the base. It's got the Sneezy on the Warden as well. And is he going to do a Fireball, or is he just walking? He is going to do a Fireball. Okay. There we go. Invis, going for the Ricochet Cannon. Okay. Nothing too crazy. Oh, the Double Quake doesn't quite finish off the cannon. We do have the enemy king coming in, but he's got a Headhunter in the mix to make sure the king goes down without too much of a hassle. The Warden should be able to quickly finish off the cannon, and there we go. Cannon goes down in one tap. Now the Warden moving off to the left, but he pulls him back to the right with the Super Witches, and here we go. A wall break into the base. We'll see some funneling on the right, and there we go. The Queen is in. Siege Barracks is in. Now the Witches can move right down the middle of the base. Ice Golem there for a little bit of extra tanking. Barbarian King making his way in as well. Alright. Wall break on the top right. Going to give the P.E.K.K.A some access if they want to move their way in, and they do. Okay, that works out pretty well. They could actually potentially take down that Fire Spitter, which would be incredibly helpful. Alright, everything moving in. We do still have the healers doing a great job healing everything up. Pops the King's ability. Earthquake Boots open up the entire core. The P.E.K.K.A's got rid of the Fire Spitter on the right side out of the Siege Barracks. Great value out of them. Now we got Valkyries and Hog Riders coming out of there to help out on the outside edge. Got an Invis spell there to negate some of the damage. We still have all the Super Witches left alive for now, but they're getting in range of the enemy Queen. Look at the damage. The Super Witches. Oh my goodness, they just got annihilated. We had one more left on the top side. It also goes down, and this is going to be a massive defense for Dizzy. This one's not even going to be close. Very nice try to Sam, but yeah, the Super Witches just aren't quite there. Good try, good try. Not enough time with free-to-play. I think the thing that the free-to-play people, like the good thing about being free-to-play is you always have something to do. Like, yeah, it is nice to max out, but speaking from experience, it also can get very boring once you do max out. Which is also another reason why it's kind of nice that they're adding something like this that has to have so many upgrades and is going to reset and be temporary. Kind of like the supercharges. Those are kind of nice for the people like me who do spend a little bit of money and get completely maxed out, because it does get a little bit boring. But the free-to-play players always have something to do. Now, they might be a bit upset that they don't have the new defense. I mean, there's nothing stopping people who are free-to-play from building the new defense. They just got to keep in mind that whatever they invest into it is going to get reset. Mainly use your free-to-play accounts for clan games. You'll have a scene or skin to them. The new Town Hall arrives and it's all over again. Well, every 3 months it's all over again for the new defense anyway. Well, you mean we get... I see what you mean, though. We get all new building upgrades and everything. We get a lot of stuff to do. Do they take time to upgrade or just loot? Both. But it's not a lot of time or loot. It was like starting at like 12 hours, I think, as far as time goes. But there are a lot of upgrades for the new defense. I think there's like 30 total levels. Because each defense, each of the 3 defenses has 3 aspects that you can upgrade individually. So there's like 9 different things that have different levels to it. There's a lot to it. Like it's kind of a complicated system, which I think is pretty neat. Alright, Hawk is in with the next attack for Dizzy. They just got a massive defense, so they're looking good in this match now. Golden X was keeping right up there with him, but now I think we're starting to see that separation. And nicely done by Hawk here, using those invis to redirect the Royal Champion straight into the Town Hall. Takes it down with the Haste Vial. Look at this RC charge. This is very nicely done, and she is still going. She's not done yet. It's got 2 more invis. There's the next one. Gonna get through the Inferno Tower and then make her... Oh, she's gonna get stuck on the Ice Golems here. There we go. Now he pushes her back to the other side. He's gonna go with the poison as well. Get the scatter shot taken care of, and that's gonna be it for the Royal Champion. Actually, she doesn't quite get that scatter down. But it is low, and it is not gonna get healed back up, so that is the good thing about that. Okay. Here we go, Siege Barracks King on the top side of the base. Got a little bit of cleanup over there. Baby Dragon doing some cleanup as well. We got dragons coming in from the bottom side. And here we go. Dragons are in. And remember, that scatter shot's like 1 tap. They got pretty low before the RC went down. Got a... What is going on? Oh, the Ice Golem's freezing up there on the Siege Barracks. I was confused about that freeze. Alright, dragons slowly but surely making their way in. We are going to pop the Prince ability. Okay, slow down some of these defenses. Warden ability also going off. Okay, super minions out of the Siege Barracks on the top right side of the base. Dragons still slowly but surely pushing their way in, trying to fight against that sweeper. And there's nothing he can do to deal with the sweeper at this point. So he's just going to have to let his dragons kind of slowly make their way through. They're stuck on the enemy king right now as well, which is also slowing them down quite a bit. And man, that enemy king is absolutely destroying these dragons because it was holding them in place right beside the gear tower and air defense. So the dragons are gone off the bottom side of the base. Let's see if he's got enough to get through the rest of these defenses. There's not a ton left, but it could be too much. Nice rocket balloon from the top side, sneaking into that scatter shot. But that multi-archer tower is able to target it. Down goes the rocket balloon. And this is going to be a defense for Golden X. Nice try to Hawk. Hello, Selena. Welcome in. They take time and builders, and each has 9 levels. Total? Nope. Each has 9 things to upgrade. I don't know how many levels is for each thing. I don't know if it's 9 or not. I just know that it's like 30 total levels across all the different defenses and different stats that you can upgrade. You don't think you'll bother since you'll lose them in 3 months anyway? It is each 9, gotcha. I think you'd put yourself at a pretty severe disadvantage if you don't bother, just because it's going away. Because it seems like a pretty significant defense. I mean, the only good reason to not bother with it is if you're not maxed anyway. You enjoy grinding if it's for things you can keep. Yeah, well, like I was saying, it makes sense if you're not maxed out. Because you got other stuff to work on. But if you're maxed out, you got loot that's sitting there doing nothing anyway. So the defense is basically going to give people something to do with the loot that they're not using. Let's see if Golden X can tie it up on stars going into the last round of attacks. They have to triple this to give themselves a chance. And Loki is going to kick it off here with a quad clone dragon attack. No RC charge this time. Here we go. Out the Warden's ability. Dragon's moving in. Got the quad clone in the core of the base. He kind of just piled them up on top of each other. That is an interesting strategy. Not really the most ideal way to clone. He should have cloned up towards that top side of the base. Oof. Dragons. Oh man, this is looking rough. The dragons on the bottom side are getting annihilated by the enemy prince. He's got dragon riders in the mix. Pops the prince ability. Still some dragons on the top side. It's not dead yet. Still have an electro dragon on the outside. We still have a dragon rider in the mix working towards these defenses. The prince is still doing a nice job, and he still has the phoenix. Okay, he's going to go to phoenix. Finds a seeking air mine in the core of the base. I don't think this one's going to get it. We still have the king with the snakes on the top side, but we still have 2 air defenses. Still have that scatter shot, which the phoenix is not going to be able to get through. I think this one's going to be a good try to Loki, and Dizzy, they're going to have the lead on percentage and stars going into the last round of attacks. You might stay up late tonight to see if the new update before going to sleep. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be that early. If I had to guess, I'd say they'll probably drop it at like 3 or 4 a.m. Eastern time. But we'll see. You'd rather focus on your other accounts than to grind and lose all progress? I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, Clash of Clans is a grinding game. But to each their own. Stream till update. Nah, we're not doing that. I got other things I gotta get done today, unfortunately. Next attack from Dizzy. See if they can lock in their victory here. Really, all they need is a high 2-star. Probably not even a really high 2-star. They've already got a pretty solid percentage lead. They had the 70% defense. Their fails were 88 and 95. They probably only need like a 65 or so. Maybe a 70. I might win if they don't 3. It's got to be a big defense. Did you vote for Golden X? Oh, you might have voted for 12 stars. I see, I see. I forgot I did the 3-tiered prediction. We had one person on... oh, Killerbot went for Golden X upset. We had 2 people voting for 12 or less. So this next attack's big for predictions. If it's a triple, then the 13 plus get it. I think the odds of a Golden X upset at this point are very low, unless something tragic happens in the next hit. If Mask 1 stars, then there's a chance. Did middle to spread the votes? Gotcha. Alright, here we go. Mask is in. He's coming in with dragons as well. 12 invis, big RC charge. Went all in on Golden X. Oof. You didn't put very much on Golden X. Need more points. Or wait, how many were there? Yeah, you only put 10. Yeah. You were all in with 10 channel points? Rip. Hope they can triple. We'll see. Alright, let's see how Mask is doing. The king on the left side went down very quickly. What was the goal for the king here? He got one building with the Barbarian King. Yikes. What was the equipment on the king? Giant Gauntlet, Rage? Okay. Oh, that RC struggling too. This attack is going off the rails. Hold on. The RC's popped her ability. She's on 1 HP. If his invises aren't perfect, she is dead. Alright, he's being very careful with dropping the invis. The Electro Boots are healing her back up. Don't forget the Electro Boots do have passive healing. It is just very little, especially after the nerf. And then down she goes. At least he got decent value with the RC. He got really good value with the Royal Champion. But that king, maybe not so much. Or wait, did the king take out this compartment? He might have gotten more than I realized. I wasn't paying attention. That's my bad. So there's no way the king got 1 building and died. That would be an impressive feat. Oh, we're going Stone Slammer again. I guess he hasn't heard of the battle drill. He hasn't heard the news, the gospel of the battle drill being much, much better than the Stone Slammer. I'm impressed with the Stone Slammer here, though. It's gotten more than 2 buildings, which is way more than average for Stone Slammers. That's what, 3 buildings now or 4? Man, it's going for a record. Oh, there it goes. Alright, we still have the dragons moving through. I think it's safe to say that they are getting enough percentage to lock in the win. So now we're just looking to see what happens with the channel points. I would dare say that this is not going to be a 3-star, though. Because these dragons are all low. Or at least most of them are low. So they're going to be dropping quickly. Still has that Prince ability. Pops it late. But all the dragons are dead already. So the damage reduction isn't going to be helping him out too much here. And yes, that is going to be a defense for Golden X. But it's also going to be a victory for Dizzy. Golden X will not be able to catch up on percentage. Nice try to mask, and then we'll be paying it out at 12-star victory for Dizzy. Rip points. Rip points. Here we go. Let me just double check that Golden X can't win. I'm pretty sure they can't. Nope. Their best percentage would be 89.6. So let's pay out. Let's start a new prediction. Another 3-tiered prediction. It's going to be a short one, though. We got 2 minutes on the clock. Go, go, go. That attack is already in. Ah, that's not fair. That's too much time. That's going to be most of the attack. Never mind. It was a nice idea if I was quicker. But yeah, 2 minutes, the attack will probably be done. People just wait till the end and do the prediction points. Alrighty. Well, let's see how Ronnie does regardless. We'll see if he can get that 3-star. Also, thank you for the bits, Sal. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I like that Kirby emote as well. Oh, we're going to give Archer a snack. You want to give him a stick or some bacon? Dogs don't know it's not bacon. True. Yep, they get tricked. It's for good luck on the next prediction. Nice. Did you want to give Archer a stick or a bacon piece? Killerbot. I'll let you choose which snack. We're gonna be running low on sticks. This right here is the last package. There are no more after that. Oh, he heard it. He heard it. He's on his way. So how's Ronnie doing? I'm not paying any attention. It's not looking good for Ronnie. You gotta get more options. Have to people would do the redemption. I gotta break out a whole menu. All right, let me know which number. You'd be like, I'll take a number 13 for Archer. Give Archer a bacon if Killerbot doesn't care which one. We'll do it after this attack. Even though we're not really watching it. There we go. It's going to wrap up. It is going to be a 2-star. And Dizzy are going to take the victory 12-11. GG's to Dizzy. Alright, we'll give him some bacon here. What do they use to make this stuff? Oh, the main ingredient is pork. It's got a bunch of other stuff in it too. Pork, barley, rice, wheat. Jeez, a lot of plants. Oatmeal, soybean, glycerin, sugar. These aren't healthy at all. They're not healthy at all. We'll have to get you some real bacon. It's expensive though. It'd be better. Alright, let's do the big cam. Oh, Killerbot said stick. Okay, we can do that. I was about to give him the bacon. At least not open? I thought they were. Opening a fresh bag then. Here we go. So I can resupply soon. Alright, watch out. Watch out. Give me a minute. It is a pain not having the doggy cam. No. Wait. I'm gonna move the chair. Sit right there. Over here. Hey. What are you doing? Relax. Sit. Big webcam. There we go. What do you say? And away he goes. He is happily eating his stick. Hold him so he can't run. Probably smelled the bacon. Oh, don't worry. He definitely prefers the stick. Set the bacon over there for later. Alright. He's like, I've been duped. Maybe if it were the other way around, he'd be very upset. Alright, so for the rest of the stream, I'm going to do a little bit of my sponsored segment. So let's get set up for that. If anybody is only here for Clash of Clans and you're going to head out, I appreciate you stopping by. We'll be back on Clash of Clans early tomorrow. I'm planning to at least stream a little bit of the update before I have to go into work. But let me grab this. How much are those sticks? I think it was like 20 bucks for a big box of them. Something like that. Let's see here. I remember my command for this. So I can grab my own link. If it'll load. Are we switching to Elden Ring? No, we're doing a sponsored stream. Like I said, if it'll freaking load, it's still spinning circles. Please wait. There we go. So this is going to be a short sponsor for the next 5 days. Because I started it late. The game is called Heroes of History, and it is a mobile game. So let me see what the what my command is. Heroes, okay. So I can pin it. I don't know why I keep falling behind on the stream. That's why your responses are delayed. I see. I'm not sure. Not sure. Pin that real quick. And let me grab that link so we can download the game, and I can change my categories and everything. So everybody who downloads the game will be contributing to the stream. And then if you play the game, it'll also continue to contribute to the stream. I will show the sponsor thing here as well. There it is. Oh. Battle day has begun in our war. There we go. Oh, did I change the category? I did not. There we go. Now we're in the right category. Is it Marvel? No, it's Heroes of History. We'll give it a try here. Let me hide this real quick so I can grab it out of my Discord. And we'll get started. It's in the YouTube chat. Pin it. Same thing for kick. Just chatting for kick because they don't have that game there. I'm almost done. Appreciate the patience. And we'll get this thing started. I'm getting the game downloaded now. Alright. Very good, very good. You're downloading? I appreciate it. Is there a creator code, Willie? No. No creator code. Alright. Oh, it needs me to log into Twitch. Actually, we're gonna skip that part. There we go. Shouldn't take too long to download. Hopefully. Oh man, we got a raid. We got a raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you for the raid, Eric. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, we just hopped off of Clash of Clans. We're doing a little sponsored segment here. I apologize for that. I will be streaming Clash of Clans again tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to go live early before I have to go to work so we can play a little bit of the update. But yes, we are off of Clash of Clans for the rest of the evening. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you for the raid. I hope you had a good stream, Eric. Welcome in, Clasher Ash. Hello, hello. This is taking longer to download than I would like. I need to boost my internet speeds. This is embarrassing. Streamer should be able to download things in an instant, right? It's almost done though, but yes, we're doing a little sponsored game here. Hopefully it's a it looked like it's gonna be a good one. Also, Rika, thank you for installing the game. I appreciate that. I do get a couple of bucks for everybody who installs the game. I appreciate that. This game is better than Clash, I've heard. You're already playing? Yeah, I don't know why this is going so slow. There we go. Now we're getting into it. Now we're getting into it. It looked like a fun game, though, so we're giving it a try. See how it does. Play it for a little bit. I'm very excited for Clash of Clans tomorrow. I think the update is going to make things quite interesting. Oh, I can stop recording, too. The match is over. Melanord, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. All right. And now it's got to load again. Always with the loading. But I'm very excited for that new spell. I think it's going to make things a bit more interesting. And same for the new defense. I know a lot of people are upset about the defense being temporary, but I still think it's going to be very cool. And honestly, I like that the defense is temporary and changing. The thing that they could do to make it maybe less annoying for people is make it so that your upgrades do stay, even though the defense itself might change, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Reich has already reached the Stone Age. Very nice. Alright, here we go. We're getting into it now. This is also like a base building type game, I think. We'll see. It's kind of laggy on this iPad. This poor iPad is old. It's like 2016. It's going to be 10 years old next year. As far as tech goes, that's ancient. I need to get new tablets. But on the bright side, while I have an old tablet, whenever I do a bad attack in Clash of Clans, I can blame the iPad. So whenever I do get a new tablet, I kind of lose that ability, I suppose. Alright, let's build some stuff. Building a farm. Ooh, that angle changed. Okay. Says assign a worker to food production. Sure. Okay. We have 4 workers. Nice. So yeah, as far as like the base building aspect, it is somewhat similar to Clash so far. I mean, we literally just got started, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so this is the Stone Age thing. Yeah, we get to that pretty quickly then. Okay. Oh, it's got a city hall. How convenient. How convenient. Also, I like that Albert Einstein is like the tutorial guy. Not sure how that makes sense, but it's neat. Small home level 1. Double check this as well really quickly. Okay. Yeah, after the update tomorrow. Actually, I'm not sure if esports is going on hold. Because that's usually what happens when an update comes out, but this is also not like a huge update, even though the new defense is kind of a big deal. I'd be curious to see how that works out. Alright. Click the upgrade button. I wasn't paying attention. But if esports don't go on hold, then I think tomorrow, well, yeah, probably tomorrow afternoon after work, if I do a second stream, we'll go ahead and try to hop into some matches and see who's upgraded their stuff on day 1 and how things are changing up. At least for like the spells and the new troops, I can just use power potions for anybody who doesn't do day 1 upgrades. Those defenses are going to take some time, though, for people to get upgraded. Alright. We got food production going. Collect some coins here. We get this thing. Oh, that wants us to spend money now. We're not doing that. Not right now, anyway. Get a couple of buildings. That one costs gems. We've only got 50 gems, so we're not buying that. We need another small home. I guess that might be... Oops. Laggy iPad trying to throw things in the wrong spot. Does that increase our builder guys? Our workers? Looks like it might have. I don't even know. Oh yeah, there it goes. Okay. So now we have 6 workers. What's all this? Bunch of announcements. I don't think we need to worry about any of those. We get free stuff in the shop. I don't even know what that is. Take it. Alright, what can we build next? We upgrade this thing. Oh, that's another pack. Doesn't look like we can upgrade anything at the moment. Let's see what buildings we can make. Research is required. I wonder where we get research at. I'll have to figure that out. What's this? Is this the research stuff they were talking about? The blue vials? Yeah, research potion in an hour. Uh-oh. Well, we got cultivation going. Let's see if we can upgrade the farm at all. Research required. So, because we're out of the blue stuff, it looks like... Are we already out of things that we can do for now? There's that. I have 3 small homes on level 1, so we do need to do another small home then. Gotta do tasks. There's that. So I'll have a 3rd one of them. Let's see. I'm guessing these are the tasks. This thing should be done. There we go. Have 2. Alright, we need to do another farm as well. Just put that right beside the other one. Okay, that'll be done in a few seconds. Then you get another research vial. I see, I see. See, this is what happens when you don't read. When he's telling you what to do. I like to just click buttons and figure things out sometimes. There we go. Alright. There we go. We got another blue flask. And more tasks. Leonidas. Let's see what we got here in the campaign map. Okay. Is there combat in this game? So it's honestly more like Clash than I thought. Although we're not attacking villages, we're just attacking piggies. Now the iPad is not liking this. It's laggy. Click his ability. Gotcha. Yep, I'm familiar with that. Although the cinematics are a bit much for the poor tablet to handle. Alright. There we go. So we got some expansion. Okay. Build some barracks. That's not what I wanted. What did I do? Spear fighting. Alright, let's unlock it. Now we can do the barracks. Moving up. What's all this? Okay, we get through all this and then we can move on to the Bronze Age. And then Minoan era, Classic Greece, early Rome, Roman Empire. So for history buffs especially, this should be pretty interesting. I wonder how accurate it is, though, to be honest. I'd imagine for it being a history-focused game, it'd be fairly accurate. Kingdom of Sicily, High Middle Ages, coming soon. The modern era, I suppose. So they're going to be doing some updates. Because that, as of now, it goes up to 1200 AD. This looks pretty modern on the right side. That'd be a big jump, though, from... Because they went 1100 to 1200. But it looks like on the right, it's going to be like the 2000s. It'd be like an 800-year jump. Compared to doing a 100-year jump. Well, I guess from here they did pretty big jumps. 3000 BC, 1600, 880. Alright, anyway. Let's see what we're working on here. We'll collect that. Have 1 infantry barracks at level 1. Yes, let's build the new building. There we go. Put it here. Take a few seconds. And as I've learned from Clash of Clans, you don't need to gem the short upgrades. They try to push you into that. There we go, that's done. Solve encounter 2 in the Ancient Wilds. I see. Oh, we have limited energy as well. Okay. So that's how they limit progression too. Alright. Put him in and let him fight the hog riders. Well, I guess they're riderless hogs, technically. Oh yeah, I'll do, thank you for doing the shout out. I'm gonna do the other one as well. The slash command shout out. The reminder. Just in case, for some reason, there's anybody in here who doesn't watch Eric. You're missing out. We won. We got a new person too. Very nice. Hog stabbers. All right, what do we got now? I didn't read it, but seems cool. Seems cool. Also, if anybody's just popping in, if you want to download the game and give it a try, it does directly support the channel. Even just downloading it supports the channel. And then milestones that you reach in the game also help add to that, and I appreciate if anybody does it. Alright, oh, we got Julius Caesar now. Roman Empire time. Cleopatra. Okay. Building a community. What's this? Do we have clans? Collect 3 coins, collect 5 food. I guess this one's just gonna take time. There's that. And we gotta do that a few more times. Oh wait, this one's not even working. Whoops. Is there anything I need to do with these? I think these are just automatic. Just need to do one more. There we go. That's gonna take a while. We gotta collect 5. Well, that's kind of crazy. Can I speed up the production? Well, there's one. I guess maybe it's not gonna take as long as I thought. 2 more. 2 more. Doesn't take long. Yeah, I thought it was, because I saw the timer down there that said 3 hours. I was afraid it was going to be 3 hours for one, but it looks like it's probably 3 hours until it's full, if I had to guess. Oh, we needed to grab the other one too. There we go. Alright, that's done. Let's get a fire maker. Small home upgrade. Cool. I have 8 workers. We have 7 already, so we just need to build 1 more. Actually, do we get extra workers if we upgrade this thing? We'll see. Doesn't look like it. So let's just build 1 more. there. Alright, we're moving along. Grade them all. I have 4 small homes on level 2. I'm already working on it. Already working on it. Boom. Easy. Ooh, now we get the choice. Let's go with introducing culture. Well, that was easy. It was already done. Research cave paintings. That seems like we're going backwards, no? There we go. We got cave paintings. Brings happiness to the settlement. Okay. Okay. Have 2 moderate culture sites on level 1. Can do that. Oh, these are huge. I'm gonna need to expand for that. Oh, wait. Why did it look like it was so big? I'm very confused. Can I not move it? Shoot. Maybe that was like its range of effectiveness. I have no idea. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I messed up. I messed up. That first one needed to be in range of the huts. I thought that was how big the item was. Whoops. Okay, we can move this. That one hut's gonna get moved. There we go. There we go. Alright, that's better. Now everybody's in range of the happiness. Alright, we got a bunch of stuff. Very good. Solve Encounter 3 in the Ancient Wilds. I wonder what kind of boss fights they might have in this game. I'd imagine there's going to be some big enemies that are actually tricky at some point. Maybe not anytime too soon. Alright, we got both the heroes in now. She's a healer. Does she only heal herself? She wasn't taking any damage. A 3-star victory? We're not unfamiliar with that around these parts. Alright, what is next? Hero overview. I broke it. There it is. Oh, there's a lot of heroes. Let's look through these. I can level you up, sure. Got Leonidas. Oh, I wanted to look at that. There we go. We got a pirate next. Or, is that a pirate? I don't think that's a pirate. Some sort of wizard. Oh, it says up here it's Vlad Dracula. Okay. Well, that makes more sense. Sun Tzu. There's a pirate. Blackbeard. Let's see what like some of the later. Oh, Einstein's a hero in here. What kind of battle does he do? I would think Einstein would be more of a pacifist. These are purple heroes. King Minos. Okay. Beethoven. He's gonna poke people with his music stick, I guess. We have another tier of heroes. Karl Marx. See how far down it goes. Okay, this seems to be at the bottom of the list here. There's a lot of them. Get a ninja. I like that. Is a Mochizuki? No idea who that is. Oh, it seems like it goes, so these ones are actually not like the high tier ones. It looks like it goes from bottom to top. So these are the lower tier heroes. And then the ones at the top are the higher tier heroes, because they got all them stars. Okay, I see. Hercules. Interesting. We upgrade this one? Not yet. I don't think we really need to. We collect the happiness. Nope. There we go. Collect that, collect that. What do we got up here? Finish this. Sure, let's do another encounter. Oh, we got a new enemy. A grass-type doggo. Okay. Let's do it. I'll just pop these abilities once the bar fills up. They're not taking like any damage. My heroes aren't. Or at least they don't seem to be. There we go. Easy peasy. Looks like we got some expansion as well that we can use. Got a bunch of enemies this time. That's good. And what's your ability info? Okay, yeah, because she's not doing anything because nobody is taking damage in these battles. All the little guys are taking damage, but the heroes aren't. Alright, now the hero is. So it should heal him back up. There we go, okay. Now it's working. Perfect. Now it's starting to get a bit more interesting with the battles. I like that. Alright. Let's see this as well. Now we got a lot of opponents that we got to get through. Big damage. We get to use his ability twice. There we go, GG. One more. Alright. Give it another go. That's a lot of kitty cats. Can't zoom in. More ability should do the trick. Maybe. Gotta go with another heal again. It'll be nice when we can mix and match different heroes. Right now we only have 2. But once we have more later on, that'll make things a lot more interesting as well. Alright, that one's done. We'll do more of those a little bit later. Let's collect this. Have Naya the Cave Clan on level 2. What is that? I was thinking there were clans in this game, but I'm not really sure if that is a thing or not. Ah, she's the Cave Clan. Never mind. It is possible that there are like clans or guilds or something in here that we just haven't gotten to yet. Let's see. Oh, there's Alliance here. That's probably it. So we have to get to Bronze Age to unlock it. I don't know how far we are from that. Oh, it says we're 30% through Stone Age. Okay. The Beasts. Alright, well, I am actually going to wrap it up there. We are going to do one more section of the sponsored stream. I'm probably going to do it in a couple days. I'll make a bit more progress, and then we'll showcase like what it looks like if you get a little bit further into the game. But I'm going to wrap up stream there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And again, if you want to download the game, even if you just want to download it, check it out for a little bit. It does help support the channel, and I appreciate that a lot. Let's see if there's anybody to raid out to. Let's see. Nobody playing Clash right now on my list. Want to pay forward the raid to somebody. I think we'll just go ahead and end it there, though. We'll just end it, and no raid today. But take care. Thank you for the bits, Sal. I appreciate that. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Like I said, we'll be back in the morning, bright and early, to try to stream a little bit of Clash of Clans before I gotta head off to work, so we can try to mess around with the update at least a little bit. But have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Take care.